solve linear equation in MATLAB. So without doing any delay, let's get started. So we'll write CLC and clear all in initial 2 lines. Now what do? We'll write 2 equations using variable x and y, and then we'll solve these 2 equations for x and y. So let's say our equation number 1 is this. So these are the 2 equations which we want to solve. So what are the 2 variables that we are using in this equation? The variables are x and y. So here first we'll declare that those are the symbolic variables, and the command used for that is syms. So we'll write syms x and y. So here we are declaring that this x and y are the symbolic variables. Later I will tell you what is the significance of writing this line, right? But first let's finish the code. So we have defined 2 equations, and now we are going for the command using which we are going to solve these equations. The command for that is solve. So let's write solution is equal to, so this is the command, or this is the function which is inbuilt in MATLAB to solve the linear equations. So now we'll write our equation. This is equation 1. We want to solve 2 equations, right? So we'll write equation 1 and equation 2, bracket over. So in matrix form we are giving equation 1 and equation 2. Now it's time for variables. And what are the variables that we want to solve? These are x and y. So we want to solve this equation for x and y. So we have defined the variables, bracket over. So this line gives us this solution. I don't want to suppress the output, so I'll just remove this, and now let's run this program. Now here the output is in structure array format, but we don't want to observe because in structure array format we can't see what is the answer. So in order to display the answer, what we'll do, we'll suppress it, and now we'll write disp. Disp is basically a command used to display the output or display anything. So what do we want to display? Our answer is stored in solution, right? So we'll write solution, and there are 2 components of that variable, x and y. So what we'll do, we'll write sol.x, bracket over, and we'll write sol.y, bracket over. And now let's again run it. And now here you will be able to see this is the solution of x and this is the solution of y. Now let me show you what if we do not define this x and y as a variable. So if we just remove this line and make it comment, let's see what's the problem. So when we do not define this x and y as symbolic variables, MATLAB by default take it as a normal variable, and when you do not define any variable in MATLAB, it will create error. So that is why you will get this type of errors when you do not define this x and y as symbolic variables. So now let's remove this and again solve this, and there it is, you will get your solution. Now what we'll do, instead of these 2 variables we'll use 3 variables. So what we'll do, we'll just copy this code and we'll paste it, and here we'll first define sims x, y and z. So we are going to use 3 variables. In this equation we'll add another variable, let's say minus 9z, and in here plus 5z. We'll write equation 3. So here we have written 3 equations and here we have 3 variables. So we'll update this thing. Here we'll add equation number 3, and here we'll add another variable z. We want to see z variable also, so we'll copy this, paste it and change solution dot z. Now let's run this section. So you will have the solution of x, y and z. So these are the solution of 3 variables x, y